Yeah, three-man show, better stand up. Turn the mic on, turn the cams up. Max Powers dragging Wildcat in the cut. Three names ring out when it's time to talk tough. Three-man podcast, turn that up. Max dragging Wildcat, run that up. Hit that chat, let it flood, go nuts. If you're hating, better hope your Wi-Fi cut. Three-man podcast, talk that talk.
Yeah. Hello? Testing, 1, 2, 3. I can hear that I'm on, but I cannot hear you, Sean.
I did all of that fussing and talking shit and none of that. I was totally muted the whole goddamn time, man. Ain't that some shit? Oh well, I can't recreate that excitement that I had when y'all see my mouth moving and you heard nothing.
Bruh.
Just letting you know.
Hey, ever since this motherfucker told me New Jersey has the worst drivers, then me and my grandmother told me and my grandma talking, and she was just like, "Ooh, Lord!" I was talking to her, and I was in New Jersey, and she was just like, "Oh my God, you in New Jersey?" She's like, "They got some of the worst fucking drivers out there." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know, Grandma." Then yeah, they have proven their fucking point. Both of you. Both.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Give it to him, bro. Fuck it. Just give it to him, man.
Shots fired.
Like, nigga, that's how. Sometimes I wish I just have like I could have like the brightest beam lights, headlights. I could just switch them bitches on real quick, turn them motherfuckers off, on, off. Like I could blind the whole entire fucking universe when I put them bitches on, nigga. Because I swear to God, some of you motherfuckers cannot use. You know what? Fuck it. I get in the left-hand goddamn lane. Since this pussy ass nigga don't know how to get the fuck out the middle lane.
God dang.
The speed limit is 65, fuck nigga, but you in the fucking middle lane going 55, nigga. Make it make sense, nigga.
We might need to have a new segment on the show called Max's response to these stupid ass
you on
drivers.
Your fucking phone, you bitch, nigga. God damn, bro. This is the second, bro. This is the second time I had to deal with this shit in the past the past 30 fucking minutes. Second time, bruh. One was a bus who wouldn't get the fuck out the middle lane. Another one was a mini goddamn Cooper who wouldn't get the fuck out the middle lane. All them bitches driving slow. I'm like, yo, why the fuck do I need to pass you on the left when I ain't supposed to be on the left-hand lane, nigga? I'm in the fast lane trying to pass your bitch ass in the middle because all the niggas in the right-hand lane driving slow like they supposed to.
Folks, if you're just now tuning in, Max is expressing himself about these drivers, these terrible ass drivers on his routes that he goes on, or routes, however you want to say it, being in the logistic industry.
This shit is fucking like, dude. Yo, they gotta, like, honestly, bro, they need to come out with some technology, bro, for regular fucking folks. Like, it will lock your fucking phone while you're driving, bro. They gotta mandate this law or something, dude, because this shit is getting real fucking stupid.
Shots fired.
You're getting this bitch watching fucking movies in the middle lane. Nigga, really?
God damn, for real.
Bruh. Like, it cleared out a little bit. I'm in the right hand lane. Hold on, what you doing? This nigga watching the motherfucking movie. Another, not even a fucking truck driver. Fucking A.
That's
Shit,
crazy,
man.
That's crazy, man.
This whole texting. And, hold on, don't tell me, wait, what is this nigga doing in the fucking Suburban? In the middle lane? This motherfucker.
He doing the TikTok nigga. He doing
This
the
nigga
TikTok.
video, man. This
Bruh.
nigga, bruh. This
That's
nigga on a
crazy, man.
fucking live in the Suburban, nigga.
That's crazy.
Bruh.
Man, let me hit this. Let me light this cigarette off. Check
Do
my
what you do,
goddamn
man.
blood
Hey,
pressure,
we
nigga.
enjoying
These
the
motherfuckers
commentary,
here,
dog.
man.
We're enjoying the commentary. Folks, this is a three-man podcast show. Tonight, we got several subjects that we're going to talk about. But right now, we're going to rant about this. And coming up next, y'all have seen it. Y'all have heard other people speak about it. We're going to show a TikTok video about the young lady that is lighting up the community right now. And
Bruh,
that is
oh, yeah.
faux Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. She is
Oh, we talking
now
about this
being
shit?
called
Come
out
on,
not
nigga.
only by black men, which she's been called. We've known about this chick for at least 2 years. At least 2 years. Corey Holcomb didn't call her out till last year. And y'all surprised. Man, Abba called out another one, Sadia Khan. That's another one of these female pretty ass privileged bitches out here, these hyena Don troglodyte, modern Western minded bitches out here that's fucking grifting and taking men money. Sadia Khan charged $8,000 fucking dollars a session to them dudes over in Dubai. She fraudulently created all her shit, her resume, her degrees, everything, dog. All she been doing is getting fucked and putting on makeup when she come out the house every day, being pretty and grifting like a motherfucker. Son of a bitches, boy, they terrible. Shit crazy, man. And then they want to cry victim. Oh well, you know, it was the way I was treated and whatever, bitch. Whatever, bitch. You know what us men doing? We got our passports and we like having the time of our lives. I'm planning my next trip. Fuck it. I wasn't gonna go nowhere till like February or spring of next year because I was grinding and doing my thing. But I might go somewhere this summer. I got the damn time already out on my schedule, dog. I just got to damn figure out where I want to go. That's it. But anyway.
I'm going back. I'm going home whenever this fucking war is finished. Goddamn Trump, you need to hurry up and end this shit, nigga.
He do.
Hold on, Trump. You got 3 more
do,
days, nigga. 3 to 4 more days. Whenever June 1st hit, nigga.
I'm
Whenever
gonna tell you
June
like
1st
this. I got a feeling he gonna wrap this shit up before 4th of July, dog.
nigga,
That's what I think. I think that's what he's gonna do.
No.
He's gonna do that shit
Hell
to
no.
where I'm not gonna say he's gonna wrap it up on the 4th. I just think he's gonna do that shit before the 4th. And it might be sometime middle of June. He wrapped this shit up so that when they had this big ass dude, I've seen like renderings of this big ass shit they finna have, man, for 250th anniversary. This shit's crazy.
Hell no, nigga.
If you think if just
4th of July, this nigga better wrap this shit up.
Yeah, he
in
better.
4 fucking day. He got 4 fucking days, nigga. The reason why I say he got 4 fucking days, nigga, because fucking truck drivers can't do this shit no more. Like 3 months top for the trucking industry.
Yeah,
once
that
June
diesel
1st hit,
fucking y'all up, ain't it?
man, nigga, once June 1st hit, bruh, you talking about niggas, truck drivers about to go on vacation. They just gonna, and that's when you about to start seeing the shit's really gonna start coming in effect and shit.
Well, they better do something, man. I mean, I understand why we got into it and all this stuff, but for those of y'all that do watch us, you know, I'm more of a conservative Republican. I think Max is like a libertarian, right?
No, I'm independent. I'm pretty much independent, and yeah, like the Republican Party. Yeah, I do like the Republican Party, you know,
But there's
because
some shit going
that's
on.
where all my that's where all my values are. My morals and values are at. But when it comes to sometimes with policies, my problem with the Republican Party is a lot of these niggas is weak as fuck.
Yeah, I agree with
They're
you on
just
that.
weak ass niggas, bro. And I'm sorry, I can't. It's hard for me to. It's hard for me to be behind somebody who I don't fucking respect
Yeah.
because I'm like,
And then,
like,
then you can't support no Democrats other than what Fetterman, but we don't live in Philadelphia.
well, Fetterman, he's gonna have to become a Democrat. I mean, he's gonna have to become a Republican. He's gonna have to run as a Republican because of the fact that they Fetterman has a negative. What was it again? A negative 105% approval from the Democrat Party.
Of course he does, because he's doing what he his according to his values and shit. He's not a deep swamp. He's not a swamper.
Well, he's more of a, don't get it twisted. He is a liberal. He is a liberal, but he's
He's like a
more of a
1990s Democrat or something. A little bit
he
more,
yeah
a
he
little bit more left than a 1990s Democrat, but not exactly a 1990s Democrat. I have to say, in my
he's
opinion.
more of he's a fucking liberal. It's just certain shit he has common sense on. Like when it comes to the Save Act, yeah, he thought it was smart. When it comes to
Mm-hmm.
protecting the borders, yeah. When it comes to like the whole Iran war, he didn't have a problem with it. It's just because of the fact there were certain key positions that he backed on the Republican side that makes him completely bad for a Democrat.
Yeah.
Basically, how it is with the Democratic Party is it is if you do not blindly follow everything the DNC says, then you're pretty much against us. So the far left, literally, they really don't. The far left is the ones that do they vote on all the polls. They do all the like all the polling and shit, but they really not a group of fucking voters. And so whatever those polls says with the DNC, them motherfuckers is just going to blindly follow that shit. And so, yeah, so Fetterman, he's going to have to either run as a Republican or he's just going to have to retire. He can't run as an independent because he's not going to win.
Yeah, he's not. I mean, only problem. You know what I have a problem with when it comes to all this politics and all this shit and voting and shit, right? When you go to vote, like you had all these black folks complaining about not having representation and having the shit redrawn and per constitution instead of the way the Democrats have been doing, which is basically voting segregation is what they've been practicing all these years. You still get the choice of a Republican or a Democratic or a nonpartisan ballot when you go to vote. So all this bullshit they've been pushing on y'all about losing votes and all this shit. No, this shit's not true. This is what I don't like about it, though. I think you should be able to choose a ballot that has all the candidates on there, and you just choose who you want. That's what I wish. Now I am
Like just
conservative.
random name selections of random
Well,
people.
not random name selections, but basically, you running for governor, right? You should be able to go in there and say, "I want a ballot," and the ballot should have the Democrats on one side and the Republicans on the other. That way, you know who's who. You've done your research, and the ballot is choose the governor you want. It should be like that for every fucking race, whether it be councilman, whether it be fucking.
Like I'm confused. Like what do you mean? I'm confused.
Okay, so when you go in to vote, the steps are this: you show them in Georgia, you show your ID, right? They check you against the roll.
Sean. What I'm asking you is like, let me break it down a little bit. What I'm asking you is how many people will be on that list on the Democrat side and
It
the
depends
Republican
on
side?
who's running, man, and it depends on who's running. It depends on the primaries should be like this too, so that you have your choices. But after the primaries, of course, the number of candidates decreases, right?
Yes.
All right, so you should take probably the top two. Let's say it's governor. You should take the top two Democrats.
Nigga, really?
So you have the winner of the primaries from the Democrats comes up there, right? the winner of the primary for the Republicans and the independents, when you go, and this is of course your general election, but your primaries can be like this too. So when you go for your general election, you still have to choose, because you have the general election that comes for every position. When you go in there, you have to choose one ballot, whether it be Republican ballot or a Democrat ballot or a nonpartisan ballot. What I wish would happen was they say, when you say nonpartisan ballot, usually it just has the independents on there. I wish it had everybody on there. If you want to vote all red, that's fine. You choose a Republican ballot. You want to vote all blue, that's fine. You go do a blue ballot. But the nonpartisan ballot doesn't have everyone on it. It only has the independent candidates. So what if you want a Republican for a congressman position, but you like a Democrat that's your sheriff? You see what I'm saying?
Do you know how confusing that would? Do you really understand how confused that would be?
I mean, I said I wish. I didn't, I can
No,
understand.
I'm literally thinking about it right now in my head. That will be so confusing, and two, it will take months in order to do all the ballot, like to do all the counting for that. Because it's basically like, what happened if you don't want to? Okay, what happened if you fucking idiot?
Well, how about this? What about I can just write in the candidates I want that are running? So basically, the way it is where it should stay in, basically. Because like when I went to go vote recently,
Yeah.
I went in there and they asked me what ballot I wanted. And I said Republican. But what if there's some Republicans on that ballot I don't want to vote for, and I want a Democrat from that side, from another side? Or let's say I'm Democrat and I get a Democrat ballot and everything on that motherfucker is just Democrats. But I like a Republican for this position over here. How could that be accomplished? Because that's not how it goes. When I went to go vote, I asked for a Republican ballot.
I like the whole system of ranking, rank voting. The problem I have with rank voting is that it's like what's happening in California, which is biting them in the ass. Is that they have the leading candidates for governors is two Republicans.
Milk does a body good, y'all. Milk does a body good.
It's two Republicans. Those are the leading candidates, and so I don't have for me, I would say we do rank and file on each party, and whenever you go inside, do voting and shit, you just get a list of the candidates on both sides, and for me, I would take away the R or the D right next to the name. In order for you to vote, you need to know who the fucking person you're voting for.
Right.
Because some people will just vote and they would just vote for a person just because they're Republican. Some people will vote for a person just because they're a Democrat. And they should do that. In my opinion, the reason why they should do that is so it will make people better stewards of selecting who they're going to vote for. Actually know who the fucking person they're going to vote for. Know their policies. Know that shit. Do you realize this, bro? And this is what I realized when I was on a panel with Angry Man, Trey the Truth Teller, E-Black TV. I don't know if you know some of these dudes' names outside
Some
of
of
Angry.
them.
Will and shit. And so the problem I had is that these motherfuckers, some of these niggas who came on the panel didn't really know anything about politics. And that's the reason why when I remember me and Angry Man, we had a conversation. No, it was me and Will. We have a conversation one time. I was like, bro, I would rather talk politics with white folks and I was just like, it's not me being like a coon or something, but this is literally me just saying that black folks really don't know what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to politics nor policy. And what's surprising to me about it is that you complain about what's going on in your community on a daily basis, but I'm like, policies really do affect you, and I'm like, the policies that some of these motherfuckers have really does affect you. I was trying to explain this to one girl. She couldn't understand. I was like, all right, let me break it down to you. Democrats ran on defund the police. And she replied, no, they didn't. I was like, ma'am, I can show you many fucking instances of Democrats saying, defund the police, defund the police. I can show you polls that Democrats have, the Democratic polls that was about defund the police. I'm like, so I can show you this shit just to save us time. Just take what I need. Just take what I say to the head. Don't need to lie to you. I'm telling you the truth. And she was just like, well, I just don't believe anything that anybody tells me without you showing me proof. I was like, ma'am, I am glad that you said that shit. The reason why is that you vote Democrat and they don't show you proof of nothing or none of their fucking policies. I was like, actually, a lot of their policies have harmed the black community more than it has helped. Defund the police. If you're in a high crime area and they talking about defund the police, congratulations. Crime went up 10% in your fucking neighborhood. On average. The murder rate went up in your neighborhood on average.
Sure did.
This bitch was literally, she didn't know what she was talking about. And so I was like, all right, man, this is what I'm going to do. If I show you the stats, data, statistics, you have to drop off the panel. Can we do that? She was just like, no. I was like, if you're confident and you're fucking, if you're confident, no, this wasn't on Angry Man's panel. Fuck, I forgot whose panel was that. This was the panel right after Angry Man. But I was like, if you're confident, if you are confident, you should be confident. So you should just be like, you know what? Fine, show me this shit. But I was just like, it's like with a lot of you black folks. Y'all don't even have the balls no more to say you're a fucking Democrat because you know how bad they have done in the black community that it's a fucking
they independent now. They independent now. I don't go with either party now. Whatever, man.
I don't go with any party. I had a nigga that said that shit to me. I was like, word? I was like, how many times you voted for Trump? He was like, man, I never voted for Trump. I was like, okay, I know your black ass voted for Obama, right? He was like, yeah, I voted for Obama 2 times. I was like, okay, cool. You're a fucking Democrat.
Yeah, pretty much.
He said, that doesn't mean I'm a Democrat. I was like, bruh, it shows you literally over 20 years of you voting Democrat. Hello? Are we there yet?
I bet he voted for Biden too.
He's like, I ain't voted for Trump. I was like, if you didn't vote for Trump, if you didn't vote for Joe Biden, so you're telling me you voted for Jill Stein multiple times? And I was like, nigga, do you know who Jill Stein is?
He couldn't tell you, could he?
No. Stupid motherfuckers, bruh.
Hypocrisy. It's the hypocrisy, bro. Look at this. Look at this. Left election fraud denials crumble as DOJ exposes 2-decade-long California cheating scheme. Let's read a little bit of this. Despite evidence to the contrary, liberal voting activists have spent years minimizing cheating concerns and portraying those who want to investigate such problems as election deniers. But FBI and the Departments of Justice and Homeland Security are now systematically exposing electoral fraud, from non-citizen voting to ballot box stuffing schemes that are turning the tables in epic fashion. And this is in California, folks. California. But I will say this. People like this give me hope, even though I'm not even thinking the black community is going to wake up. But you have some. So there's this right here.
We're seeing how the Democratic Party has profited off of the backs, the votes, and the support of black people this whole time. And for what? We have nothing to show for it. Nothing. So with that being said, black people want you to question everything. Every policy, every stance, every position. Because why? We're not supposed to be used by these people. Everything is not racist. Everything is not to keep you down. And everything is not so you can be a victim. You're smart, you're intelligent, you have a mind. Use it. Don't just go with the crowd just because that's what they're doing. I'm telling you, it's all a setup. But black people are waking up. They're leaving the Democratic Party. And I'm so happy because when someone sits in your face and says, you have no other choice but to vote for me because you're black, you should be offended. And that's an insult to your intelligence. What a freaking concept.
I like that. I like that.
Well, I think we have to be willing to say the quiet part out loud. And I think as Democrats, it's facing uncomfortable conversations about crime. Look, no one wants to put kids in jail or lock them away for life. But when we ignore a problem, we allow it to fester. And we don't target what the founding issue of the problem is. And I believe for D.C., a lot of that has to do with our youth and with education. I mean, D.C. for 2022 to 2023 had about 40% of kids that faced chronic absentee. So that means they missed 10% or more of the school year. Well, where are those kids when they're not in school? They're outside causing a little bit of chaos. They're raiding grocery stores, drug stores. They're putting entire sections of the city under curfew. And the fact of the matter is the president is addressing something that is very real. We can live in this city and say it's a beautiful city, and we can also say that we have a chronic issue when it comes to our youth.
And that's why Donald Trump is a man of the people. And now even black voters are realizing it. All the Democrat fear-mongering and hyperbole is falling on deaf ears because black people can see with their own eyes. The Democrats are doing absolutely nothing for them. In fact, almost everything the Democrat Party does is against the interests of black people. The Democrats
pause. Can you pause this real quick, bro?
Man, yeah.
Yo, is there any way like we can show, you know, something without his commentary?
Yeah. Let me see. I just have to do them one at a time too. One day. Hold on. What about this right here? And I'll just stop it if anything happens. DC, ain't none of them jokers black.
Nothing brings out the inner Klansman of a white liberal faster than a black person who refuses to obey. Every time I log into social media, I'm seeing a new video from white liberals, especially white liberal women, questioning the purity and validity of black people, calling them traitors and sellouts and even the N-word, because they are no longer subscribing to the orthodoxy of the political left. And
Is that
I think
Tony?
that's interesting to see that we have become so
Who's Tony?
Oh, that's a homie on YouTube. That's Tony right there.
Oh,
I was
okay.
listening. I wasn't looking, and then I glanced over and see. I glanced over and see his face. I was like, "Oh, that's Tony."
Yeah.
and so overt in their anti-black racism, which has always presented itself as a perceived ownership over black people. Now, there are a lot of us who have been saying this for the longest amount of time, even while voting Democrat, that the way that white liberals engage with black people, it's usually through a lens of dictatorship, telling you what you're supposed to believe, what your politics are supposed to be, how dangerous your men and your families are. And at the end of the day, when you look at most of these social justice movements, because I don't know why they're called social justice now and it's no longer civil rights, right? But if you look behind most of these movements, they tend to be funded and supported by white liberals. The same white liberals who tell black women that black men are the problem. The same white liberal women who tell black women that abortion is the #1 civil rights freedom issue of the day. When at the same time, they go home to their husbands and their children, often living the same circumstances that they're telling you that you should not have access to. Black people are now hip to the scam of the political left. And no matter how unhinged you become or how much racist rhetoric you espouse, it's too late. You're not going to be able to shame black people into compliance. You're not going to be able to disrespect them to the point where they're so hurt by your lack of approval that they're going to start advocating for their own replacement. And, you know, there's nothing more disrespectful to black people than the soft bigotry, but I would call the hard bigotry of your low expectations. And it's those same low expectations that have kept our community stagnant in this country for decades.
Party have
So hold on, pause it real quick. So
Yes,
so
sir.
there was a point that he literally missed. Black folks aren't voting Democrat. Niggas are.
Yes. Say that again, dog. Say that again.
The only people who vote for Democrats is niggas. Like, I literally had a dude was basically like, yo, y'all motherfuckers rich. I was like, nigga, I ain't fucking rich. I was like, nigga, I make good money, but I ain't rich. I was like, dude, I have a fucking career. He's like, well, for some of us who don't, I was like, man, I was like, listen here, bro. I was like, and I kept it 100 with him. I kept it 100 with him. I was like, bruh, if you looking for sympathy from a person, from me, you're gonna be. I'm like, dog, it will be.
It.
I was like, bruh, it would be easier for you to hear a dog talk English before you would ever get sympathy from me. I was like, nigga, I was homeless twice in life, nigga.
Exactly.
Most niggas who have never been, like, nigga, if the food bank wasn't open, I had to go dumpster diving for food, nigga.
Damn. Speak on it, man.
So
Speak on it.
some of you dumb motherfuckers, because that's all I can think is dumb motherfuckers. I had literally a dude who was complaining about he doesn't have the money, this shit is breaking him and all that. I asked him, well, what you do for a living? He was like, I work at a gas station. I was like, how long you been working at the gas station? He was like, for 4 years. I was like, did you ask your boss for a raise? He was like, no. I was like, well, why haven't you go and ask your boss for a raise? He's like, my boss is not going to give me a raise if I ask him. And I was like, are you a good worker? He was like, yeah, I'm a good worker. And I was just like, well, how many hours you work a week? He told me 35. I was like, oh, wait. And I was just like, how old are you? Dude told me he was 23. I was like, so you've been working at the same gas station since you was 19. You only work 35 hours a week. They won't give you no more hours or what? Like what's up with this? And he was just like, well, he's like, I gotta, he's like, I don't work. I don't want to work more than that. I was just like, wait 1 second. You're bitching, complaining that you don't have money, but you refuse to work more, or you refuse to ask your boss for for a raise. I was like, well, what are you doing on the weekends? Do you work weekends? He said no. When was the last time you worked a weekend? He's like, I never work weekends.
Boy,
I was like, boy, are you serious? And I was like, nigga, you complaining? You want shit free?
it's crazy.
You a socialist?
35 hours a week and no weekends. I work 40 hours a week and I work every other weekend, and I just did 48 hours straight, 4 straight 12 shifts. But the way they do it at the hospital, they start their week on Monday. So I'm not getting no overtime for that. It's blocked up. And he complaining.
It gets worse. It gets worse.
Good Lord.
It get worse than that. I'm talking to homeboy. I'm just like, bro. I'm like, fuck all these people, bro. No one knows who you are, nigga. Everybody know who I am. It's just me and you. Talk to me, bro. I was like, dog. I'm 37 years old, bro, and I was like, bro, they asked me to take off. I was like, bro, I'm gonna repeat that again for you, and I'm gonna repeat it for motherfuckers in the back too. They had to ask me to take off, nigga. Not only they had to ask me to take off, I'm like, bro, I got my shit so fucking down packed on how I work, bro. Nigga, if I'm sitting at a place for more than 20 hours, nigga, I'm automatically taking a reset so I can work more.
And this joke over here complaining.
And I was like, dog, I'm like, bro, you are literally 6 years. I'm like, dog, 6 years. If I had 6 more years, bro, I'm almost double your age, bro, and I work more than you. So you gonna let this old man outwork your young ass? He was like, well, I want to have a social life and all that shit. And I was like, oh, so what do you do on the weekends? Go to the club with your friends and all that shit? He was like, yeah. Well, I was like, nigga, I was still working 70 fucking hours and I was at the club every fucking week.
So what the
fuck you talking about? I was like, dog, no, your problem ain't money. Your problem is you're fucking lazy. Yeah, I ain't fucking lazy, bro. Well, yeah. I was like, no, you're a lazy motherfucker, and I don't have sympathy for people like you. I was like, dog, I met people like you who were homeless like me. The difference is I worked my way out of homelessness, nigga. I hustled my way out of homeless, nigga. Hell, I had to finesse a motherfucker out of homelessness, nigga. You are so lazy. I guarantee you probably still live with your motherfucking mama, nigga.
Craziness.
I was like, that's the only way.
That dude forgot to mention his niggas and his black folks.
I was like, dog, I forgot. The only way you could go out on the weekend is you living with somebody. Either you live in a small apartment and you have a roommate, nigga, and y'all got like 3 couches in that bitch. not a couch and a love seat, but 3 couches in that bitch, nigga. Somebody sleeping on the couch, another nigga sleeping on the couch, nigga, and the nigga who paid majority of the bills is sleeping in the room, nigga. I know how the game goes, nigga. I was a young motherfucker before. I was like, dog, you are fucking lazy, dude. And you want to bitch and complain. I bet you could. I was like, bro, I bet you one of these niggas that listen to a bunch of red pill content is mad at women because you ain't getting no play out here. I'm like, nigga, you deserve to be on the bench, nigga.
Pretty much.
Nigga, fuck that, nigga. You don't need to be on the bench, nigga. Because if you was on the bench, nigga, you close to being a starter, nigga. I'm like, nah, nigga, you should be in the stands with the other
You should be on the
fans
practice
cheering
squad.
on. No, fuck the practice squad, because a nigga from the practice squad could fucking become a starter. I'm like, nigga, you should be on the mother
He on the pup list
and cheering.
Yeah, he
You
a fan.
lazy motherfucker. And
Pretty
so
much.
that's the reason why I'm like, see it. You don't. It's hard for it's hard to not sound like a coon or a sellout if you say that about black folks. But there's niggas out here who are just plain fucking,
Pretty
excuse
much
me, lazy.
lazy. They lazy. Oh, there are coons. I was on YouTube. I came across 3 Man Podcast. There's some coons. Whatever, man.
But you niggas want to complain about
I'm
the
gonna
white
get me a
man.
Steven shirt.
Steven, nah.
No, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go get. I'm gonna get me a. No, black folks is Steven for the Democratic Party right now is what it is. But some of them waking up. That's why we was playing these videos, folks. Let's do this real quick. You had something else to say?
See, the reason why I say none of these niggas are waking up, they said that shit last election when they brought a Indian woman and paraded her as a black woman just so they could get your votes. Didn't think about you the whole entire time of Joe Biden presidency. Didn't think about you at all. Only thing Joe Biden had to say is they trying to put you back in chains, and if you don't vote for me or Trump, you ain't black.
Mm-hmm.
You niggas still.
Hey, and they forgot Joe Biden's mentor was Strom Thurmond.
That's all Joe Biden had to say. They trying to put y'all back in chains. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. That's all.
And they fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker.
And okay, so last night we were talking about it was just a small segment, and we was talking about voting habits, and I was just like, it's historic record that black folks will always vote against their own best interests. I was like, shit.
Proven, yes, it is.
I was like, shit, dude.
Been doing it for 90-some years, man.
I was like, no. After slavery, there was a motherfucker who was a general in the Union Army. The nigga got shot 6 times. Ran for president. I still didn't vote for him.
Craziness, man.
And I was like, not only I ain't vote for him, but y'all actually had to vote because I ain't want to go through the numbers, is because I didn't really remember all the numbers at the time. But also, even if I did remember the numbers, it wouldn't make no point for the niggas. But I was just like, shit. What did Joe Biden do for black folks? I was like, you know what he did? He gave y'all the Crown Act.
Sure did.
The Crown Act.
He wrote that joker.
I was like,
Billy Clinton, that black folks were saying was the first black president because he played a saxophone. All you had to do was play a saxophone to get y'all motherfuckers vote.
All he had to do was play saxophone, say he smoked weed. Y'all niggas was like, oh, he's a real nigga.
I ain't gonna lie, I used to be one of them. I voted for Clinton. Hey, I can hold myself accountable. I was stupid.
You know what Clinton did?
I was stupid.
You know what Clinton did? He locked y'all niggas up.
Locked y'all niggas up.
Locked
and then
y'all
lied in your faces. Lied in everybody's faces and said, I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
No, it's Sean. Hold on, let me take a
Here we
swig.
go, folks. Here we go, folks.
I got you, Sean. Hold on. Now, listen here, Sean. I did not have sexual relationships with that woman. Only thing I did was got my dick sucked. So I had a nigga, I was like, yo, with Joe Biden, who y'all voted for in the 90 percentile, Joe Biden gave y'all the Crown Act.
Yep.
Donald Trump, his plan for black folks
was the First Step Act and Opportunity Zones.
No, wasn't that. His I'm talking about the election. His was the platinum plan. Ice Cube contract to Black America. It was his. It was his key policy for the Black America. A $500 billion plan for Black America, but y'all niggas want it here. Then I had a guy who said, call me basically he called me a Trump dick sucker. That's what he called me, a Trump dick sucker. I was just like, well, first of all, bruh, I don't know. I was like, first of all, what did I say something to you in order for you to disrespect me like that? Because of the fact that I'm like, bruh, because of the fact that you disrespect me, have a better fucking argument instead of disrespecting me. If I'm wrong, have a better fucking argument. Because the nigga, Trump, he did all his campaign promises in 1 fucking year.
1 year. 1 year.
His first term, he did 92% of his campaign promises, and he only had a third of administration full. So what the fuck you talking about, nigga?
Yeah, he never.
I was like,
filled
bruh.
he never filled his whole cabinet, did he? Never.
Nigga,
filled
the cabinet
he
position.
filled the most important parts. They was damn locking it up and fucking the fucking congressional interviews and shit and all that shit and striking shit people down and shit.
Well, like I think it was out of the whole cabinet position is like 3,000 jobs.
That's crazy.
He only have 1,000 people, so a third of the third of the government. He was running the government with third of his cabinet filled.
Crazy.
Just a third.
Doesn't he still have some positions to fill now, or has he got them all filled? I can't remember. Let me look it up real quick. Go ahead, man. I'm gonna look it up. I don't use my phone. But yeah, man, we're gonna play this real quick, man.
Everything.
Pretty much my walkaway moment came when I was in college.
Today I want to talk to you about my walkaway testimony.
I was like your typical raging woke liberal.
At one point, I was that raging liberal.
Because the whole thing growing up, they always tell you Republicans are racist and they don't like blacks. And I was like, when people say that to me today, I'm like, even if that's true, so what? Where's your values? These people have a right not to like you.
We have the news.
Well, damn, Sean, like, damn.
They have people saying that all.
What, man?
Damn, my bad, bro. I had to silence because I had a dumb motherfucker who literally just cut me off, and I'm just over here just thinking like, wow, that was stupid. But my bad. So, my bad. So, I'm almost finished before you play that. Let me finish this real quick. So the nigga disrespected me, and I told him, please don't disrespect me again.
Right.
If you disagree with me, say I disagree and have a better argument. I'm like, because that's the coward's way out. That's not me being disrespectful. That's the coward's way. Then I finished to proceed with black folks will continuously and forever go against their best own interests because of the fact that there's something wrong with these niggas. There's something wrong with these niggas in the fucking head. I don't understand it. I'm sorry. I don't like saying it.
Is it
I don't
MK
get pleasure. Like it probably fucking could be. I don't get pleasure of saying this shit at all. Zero pleasure at all. But this nigga told me, he said, again, after I was fucking finished, and he was just like, oh, you fucking suck. And he was like, okay, since he's done sucking Trump's dick, I was like, word? I spazzed out. I did a little bit of a crash out real quick. Then they had bounties, and I was just like, oh, okay, we got a bounty on it. And I was just like, hey, nigga, your night's over with. Goodbye. That brother's floating, and it's basically he got kicked off the panel. Then he thought he was going to come back. I was like, nigga, I told you before, your night is over with. I dropped 200. He can't come back on the panel for a whole entire fucking week.
Raging
Next
woke
time he comes,
liberal.
At one point,
Wait, I'm sorry.
yeah. Next time his bitch ass trying to come back to the panel, nigga, I'm just gonna kick him off I'm just gonna kick him, kick his ass off again because of the fact that you're not going to. That's what these niggas do. Intelligent. These niggas are intelligent too, but they are niggas. They are niggas at the end of the day. They cannot make an argument. It's all because somebody told them Donald Trump is bad.
Exactly.
So they would rather believe Donald Trump is bad than to actually make an educated argument, or hell, I'll take an educated yes, nigga.
Exactly. Be able to support your argument. That's the basis of debate. You have a conflicting side than me, and you should have supporting evidence to support your argument, and they don't have it. They're parroting. What do parrots do? Parrots are pets. The owner tells the parrot what the fuck it wants it to say, and that motherfucker say it anytime. No thought process. Check this out.
I was that raging liberal.
Because the whole thing growing up, they always tell you Republicans are racist and they don't like blacks. And I was like, when people say that to me today, I'm like, even if that's true, so what? Where's your values? These people have a right not to like you.
We have the news telling us white supremacy is one of the biggest threats to our country. They have people saying that all of the violence and the civil unrest and the inflation and everything is conservative Trump fault.
It was instilled in me that if you are with any kind of organization or group or anything like that that didn't allow you to think, that was not good.
How is it that you continue to vote for the Democratic Party? It was the Democrats who defended slavery, who formed the Ku Klux Klan and voted against any actions being brought against Klan-led violence.
I was at a pro-life rally, and the leaflets explained how...
Let me say this real quick. I was having a discussion with one of my frat brothers in DM, and he gonna tell me that the KKK and who the KKK and Supremists support now, they support Republicans. So you gonna tell me what someone else supports is going to make you decide who you support, not what somebody does as the party, but what someone that is not a part of the serving people in that party, they don't hold any positions. You're going to tell me that their opinion on who they support is going to affect who you support. So you saying the KKK and the white supremacists support Republicans now? Well,
do you know
guess
why
who supports fucking Democrats?
Do you know why they say that? The reason why they say that is because you remember David Duke?
Mm-hmm.
He's basically the face man for the Ku Klux Klan.
You mean the one that Biden gave a eulogy at his funeral? You mean that one?
No, that's not David Duke.
That's Robert Byrd. My bad. That's Robert Byrd.
Robert Byrd, yeah. So David Duke, he was the face man of the Ku Klux Klan for decades.
And he changed his life.
David Duke never changed his fucking life.
He never changed.
No, he's a fucking nigga. Let me just finish, nigga.
Go ahead, man.
So
my bad, man.
Like you over here, like, yeah, David Duke changed his life. I'm saying, no, he ain't changed his fucking life, nigga.
Proceed, bro.
I'm gonna put you in. I'm sorry. I'm over here. I'm just like laughing my ass off in my head. I'm like, yo, what the fuck this nigga talking about? He changed his life. I was like, this nigga is a white supremacist to the DIE.
I'm getting him mixed up with somebody else, dude. I'm getting him mixed up with somebody else.
So Strong Thurman, that's who he's probably thinking of.
No, it's somebody else.
Strong Thurman, he actually did change. He had a near the end of his career as a politician, he actually had a multiracial staff, and he worked with a lot of black folks at the end of his career, what they don't bring up.
No, they don't. But shoot,
they don't bring that shit
man
up.
was in
But
that man was in his 90s and scared he was gonna go to hell. In my opinion. But proceed though.
no, well, when did Strong Thurman Google when did Strong Thurman's look at? Well, no, he wasn't in his fucking 90s because Strong Thurman, well, he was like in his 40s at that time.
I don't know, man.
When the quote unquote party switch.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he started. He like 5 years after the Civil Rights Act, he started having black people in positions of power underneath of him.
You know, he was only one of I want to say 7 that switched the party. Maybe a little more. Between 7 and 15.
It was technically one of four.
Because some of them retired. They didn't go.
Some of them who were some of them who actually were the racists, they switched over. Then it was just like 3 who really weren't racist. It was just their district they was in.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah,
I looked that shit up. It was like maybe 7 in all, something like that. But it was a very low number. It wasn't enough to switch the whole, like, as a former Falcon coach that I can't stand say,
so
ethos of the party.
As a person who has personally been around white supremacists, who have been around motherfuckers who are in the Klan. One of my next door neighbors were in the Klan. And I have literally asked this man, well, by the time he died, he was no longer it was like 2 years after 2 years I met him. He had cancer. He found out he had cancer right when I moved in, and he motherfucker couldn't stand that he was living right next door to me, and I couldn't stand I was living right next door to him. And what made us reunite with one another and made us became cool was that little green plant that everybody loved dealing with, because I was helping out actually a cancer patient because they were actually growing their medicine and she needed help, and I was just like, here, I have a spot. And I have a spot right next door. To me. It's in the woods. I grow it for you. Just bring your plant over here, and I just handle everything. I handle everything for you. All right, because this is when I was a master grower still and all that shit. So this was before I started driving trucks and shit. So this
I
was
just want to say, man, this is beautiful, dog. Hearing this story, keep going, bro.
So, I thought I told you this shit before.
Dude, all I know is I'm over here with the lighter, man, like this, dog.
Oh, okay.
See, that little green plant, bro, would just bring so many folks. Peace, man, peace. Come on.
So,
man.
Let me tell you the story then. So, I'm literally So, it was one day he seen me in the back of the woods, and he came out over there because he had some plants he was growing himself. And I didn't know who plants were these were, but I was just like, well, since my plants is literally like 20 feet away from his plants, I was like, well, I might as well work on his shit too. Or I didn't know it was his shit. So he see me walking back over there, and this fucker came out with the shotgun and shit. And so, remember, he's a fucking white supremacist Klansman, don't like niggas at all.
Mm-hmm.
And so he see me walk. Technically, part of it was on his property. Mm-hmm. So he walked back there with a shotgun, and I'm trimming his plants, doing a little bit LST. That's low stress training to his plants and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
He walked back there. He was like, nigger, what the fuck you doing with my holy shit? What the fuck? Oh my God, I didn't know they get that big. I was like, oh shit, these yo's? He was like, yeah. He's like, what the fuck you been doing to my plants? I was like, dude, I've been taking real good care of your plants, man. I was like, shit. I was like, I was like, dog, I didn't know these were your plants, man. He was like, yeah. And I was just like, yeah, man, I've been low stress training these bitches for like the past 3 weeks and shit. And, you know, it's getting ready, you know.
Story, man.
It's getting ready to flower. It's the flowering stage and shit. So it's early flowering stage. So his plants got like really fucking big. Like it took about 5 niggas just to harvest his plants. Took about 5 not niggas, but white boys, and it was a bunch of white boys and me. But so me and him, you know, we was talking, and you know, he wanted to know a little bit about like, how did I was able to do that shit. And I was just explaining to him, I was like, well, man, you know, your plants, they want to grow. You just gotta, you know, sometimes you gotta help them out. I was like, so that's what I was like, you do a little bit low stress training. You cut down on the bottom of the stands, you know, help out with the airflow and reduce the bugs that want to, you know, attack your plant. And so this motherfucker had 3 plants out there. This nigga got about 15 pounds off the 3 fucking plants.
Woof.
Yeah.
This is for educational purposes only, people. Educational purposes.
So.
Entertainment purposes.
So. Right, you know, right after it dried, it was we put in the carrying stage. He didn't know how to do all of that on his own. He said he didn't know how to do all of that shit, and so I was basically helping him do all this shit for him.
Okay.
And I was coming over his house, and the more I came over his house, the more me and him talked. He got a chance to know me and shit. Then he was asking me, well, when can I start smoking this shit? And I was just like, well, you got about 2 more weeks. You got 2 more weeks, and that's when you could probably start dipping a little bit in it. But he was like, man, I ran out, bro. I need some. I was just like, hold on, I'll be right back. I went over to my house, grabbed the zip, and I was like, here you go, bro. Gave it to him. He was like, oh man, how much do I owe you? I was like, it's free. Don't worry about it. I was like, you're my neighbor. Don't worry about it. Oh, I really appreciate it. And I was just like, all right. So I gave him 2 different. I was like, all right, the one to the left is for the daytime. The one to the right is for the nighttime. Don't get these bitches switched. And he was like, well, which one I could, you know, help with the pain? I was like, both of them will help with the pain. But I was like, the one that's nighttime, that's the motherfucker you ain't gonna feel shit. He was like, whoa, shit. Light up then, brother. I was like, whoa, shit. I was like, oh, how you want to smoke this? And he was like, he's like, I never smoked one of them things that you cover boards like smoking. And I was like, oh, you never smoked a blunt before? He's like, yeah, I would love to smoke a blunt. I was like, man, I got you, bro. I got you. Just can you do me one favor? He was like, yeah. He's like, I got you. What you need? And I was like, don't ever call me a color boy again. Or he's like, don't ever call me a color boy again. Or you're gonna be dealing with another pain. He laughed. He's like, on my side. So I got a chance to know him, and this fucker literally took 2 hits, thanked me for the rest of his life because of the fact that he never felt pain the way he was feeling after that, because that was some good shit he had. I hooked him up with. That was some good nigga. That was some good shit. I say, nigga, it was about 35% THC, nigga. It was Gorilla Glue, gelato.
Gorilla Glue.
It was a Gorilla Glue. Actually, no, my bad.
Gelato mix.
My bad. Wrong. It was Gorilla Glue Granddaddy Perk. It was the crossbreed. It was the first of its kind, crossbreed. So that shit, it came out to about 35% THC.
Wow.
That nigga never felt pain. He was like, he never felt pain again. But we got a chance to know each other, you know. Then eventually, life got harder for me, and I had to move away. So he kept in contact with me. I kept in contact with him. Then, long story short, he called me about 3 weeks before he was passing, and he was like, I want you to come over and see me." And I was like, "You know what? I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna have money to see." I'm like, "I'm back in Georgia." He was like, "I'll send for you. I'll get you a plane ticket and all that, whatever it takes. I want to see you." And I was just like, "I got you, bro. I got you. I got you." What I did was I borrowed one of my friend's cars and I drove up there to see his ass and shit. And he gave me $300 just for me taking a trip up there. I was just like, oh. He told me, he was like, I'm not doing good. And I want you to do me a favor.
Take your time, man. Take your time.
He's like, "I want you to do me a favor." And I was just like, "Man, what you need from me, man? I got you, bro. I want you to take this for me, and I want you to destroy it. And I don't have long to live, but can you promise me something? Just one thing." I was like, "Of course, I got you, man. What you need, man? I got you. This is the dying man's last wish, but I want you to, can you come to my funeral?" I was like, "Motherfucker, you want me to come to your funeral for real?" He was like, I was like, "Nigga, no." I was like, "Well, all them racist white folks." He's like, "Yeah, I know it's a hard tell to ask, bro, but I want you to do something for me. I want you to take this robe. Now, I want you to come to my funeral, but I want you to deliver my eulogy for me. Can you give my eulogy?" And I was just like, "Why? Why?" I was like, "Of all the people, why me?" He's like, "Because before I leave this earth, I want them to know who I am when I die. And I'm trying to do his fucking voice, but it's kind of hard. I want them to know who you are. I want them to know who I am. And when they hear you speak and they see you, they're gonna know exactly what type of man I was before I left this earth.
That is deep as shit.
What type of man I was before I left this earth, and what type of man that I have not been for the past 3 years since I met you, boy. And I did that. Motherfuckers looked at me crazy when I walked in that funeral home. They looked at me. They was like, "Yo, they approached me. They was just like, 'You lost, boy.' I was like, 'No, I'm at the right spot.' It was just like, 'No.' Then his daughter came over here, grabbed me. 'Hey, Max, hey, come here, Max, come here, yada. Because I knew his daughter and his daughter knew me, and yada, AKA fucked the shit out of his daughter. Like,
oh God, man.
Yeah.
Bruh.
So I'm the new black. I'm the new black man. I dick him down. But yeah. So it's funny. I never destroyed his robe, but I gave his robe to a museum.
To a museum?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because
it's a deep ass story, bro.
Well, Shit, I wish I was still talking about my ex-fiance could tell you all about that shit. She was just like, yeah, that fucker. She was like, that fucker couldn't stand for the first couple of months. That fucker could not stand me nor her ass because, because she was black, but you could tell she had some white in her.
Or something?
Yeah, she was white passing. And he always called her a race traitor. Her parents was a race traitor.
God damn, man. Oh shoot. But anyway, man,
Well,
we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go into this, and then we're gonna hit something about Cheyenne Bryant. Then we're gonna go into some recent events that's been happening, especially with the war, which both of us agree the shit needs to wrap up.
Evil Planned Parenthood is towards the black community and has been backed and supported for many, many years by the Democrat Party.
And the KKK. Margaret Sanger was a real big white supremacist.
I realized that, like, the Democrats are literally, like, they're all
communists and
Marxists.
Margaret Sanger, the one that the founder of Planned Parenthood.
Oh, do you know who was the first recipient of the Margaret Sanger Award?
No, but I bet it's something crazy. Who?
I promise you wouldn't guess who was the first recipient.
I don't know, Michelle Obama.
Martin Luther King.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Bruh.
That's why when I tell people that they get very upset with me, and when I say fuck Martin Luther King, I don't fuck with him because he was a sellout. When Malcolm X said he was a sellout,
he wasn't playing.
People thought it was hate, but motherfucker, you find out the truth. God damn it!
You know he was a Republican until him and his dad had a falling out.
Who?
Martin Luther King Jr.
He never had political lines. Never had, including his father.
His father was a lifelong Republican, dog.
If you listen to Chad Jackson, did you ever watch the movie Uncle Tom that I sent you? The documentary?
Nah, I didn't watch it, but I've watched some clips of Chad Jackson. Yes, I have.
Yeah, look at the movie Uncle Tom 1 and 2. Like it's actually a great fucking documentary, bro.
I bet you it is.
That is the thing that kills me. I was like, dog, how the fuck this shit did not win an award? Because it's a great documentary. Even if you disagree with him, it is still a great documentary. But yeah, I'm reading
Martin Luther King Jr.'s best friend's autobiography right now.
Yeah.
Abernathy, Ralph David Abernathy, he got all the secrets.
Ben, there's did you know that he wasn't even a fucking reverend?
Nope, he didn't believe in Jesus Christ either.
Yeah, he didn't believe in the Virgin Mary. He didn't believe in the resurrection, basically. And he didn't believe Jesus rose. If I remember correctly, was it Jesus did not rise from the dead?
Right. And the walls came tumbling down. Ralph David Abernathy autobiography right here, folks.
Yep.
Right here.
The craziest thing is that is 3 things. Those are the 3 important things in Christianity. If you don't believe in, how can you say you are a Christian?
You're right. You're right. You're hitting on all cylinders, man. You're totally right.
And I've always been like a capitalist because I believe in the free market system.
And then I found out that Martin Luther King was a Republican. The Republican freed the slaves.
A lot of the Democratic policies were about using these people and using minorities to leverage voters, taking whatever their issue is and making it the broader political party's goal to put that on their banner instead of actually doing something to help it, if that makes sense.
The Democrats have never thought of blacks as equal. They still don't. They still put forth the false narrative. You can't get IDs. You need lower standards for math tests. You need lower standards to get into schools. You don't. We can make all these things no problem. We don't need any handouts. You got the skill set, you get the job. If you don't, you don't.
How they paint Trump out to be something else. It's so evil to me. I watched CNN for 4 years with this Russia, for them to be nothing. Why can't y'all just be unbiased and tell the truth?
I wasn't going to accept somebody just telling me something and I just blindly believe it. I was taught to fact check, research, and do everything possible that I needed to do to find out the truth.
The Democratic Party lied to us all while they brought in millions of illegal immigrants for their own political purposes for the last 4 years.
It was the Democrats who imposed segregation, who were against the Civil Rights Act, and it was the Democrats who were responsible for most of, if not all of the lynchings of blacks.
Learn to do your own research. I am tired of you guys just running around, I'm a proud American, and then opening your mouth to be spoon-fed information so you can palate it. Because if you ever had to draw your own conclusion or connect your own dots, you would be completely lost and probably dye your hair purple.
And I also saw, like, through my studies that communism, socialism has never worked. I've left the Democrat Party. I will never be back.
I do not regret leaving the Democrat Party. I do not regret leaving the Democrat plantation.
Walk away from the party that's been working overtime to conceal its racist past and present. Walk away from those who do not consider you to be competent enough to compete with them. Perhaps it's time to walk away.
Hey, fucking man. Hey, fucking man. Oh, excuse me. Amen. Sorry, Lord. Sorry about that, Lord. But, man, I tell you, man, that is what I'm talking about. But still, with all that being said, the black community is somebody that will let you down every time. You hear me? So, we'll see what happens, folks, when it comes to the midterms. I can tell you this, though. In Chicago, they serious about flipping red. They got that black, you know she's running for mayor now. You know that woman that you said that looks good, that's Chicago flips red, her name's Danielle, I think it's Crystal Waters or something like that, Max. I don't know what's going on with Max. But anyway. But yeah, Chicago flips red is serious. You hear me? They already have a black woman running on a Republican ticket for mayor. Brandon Johnson is the Democratic mayor of Chicago, and he has the lowest ratings of any mayor in the history of America at about 6%. It may be less than that by now. But they already had a black woman that won on a Republican ticket in Cook County in Chicago. So all this mess they've been telling y'all about you won't get representation, that's some bull. Yes, Danielle is running for mayor. Dana, she's running for mayor, bruh.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah. Bruh, matter of fact, let me see if I can show you this stuff, man, real quick. I'm going to show you this real quick. Let me bring this down.
She gonna be the first mayor with nice abs and an ass.
I'm trying to tell you, somebody done posted something about Keisha Lance Bottom. I hope she don't win fucking governor. That's when I don't have faith in black folks. When something like that happens. Crystal Lance Bottom, man, Keisha Lance Bottoms. Oh my God, I hope the hell that. Ooh, I gotta mute this because I think it's I think I gotta mute this because it's not music, but it's look at this, bruh. This is what she posted on Facebook, man. You see this, Max?
Okay, yeah, I see that. That's nice.
I don't just lead Chicago, I protect it. Go head on. That's what I'm talking about.
These $2?
If you're gonna be a strong black woman, be a strong black woman with values. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's independent or Republican, because if you Democrat, you ooh, have you seen what's going on in the Democratic Party? Man, please. Anyway, let's get back to what I was about to say about this the communitar. This is part of the communitar that has me having no faith when it comes to certain people. So this is a one young one by the name of River, and she's addressing the new Cheyenne faux Dr. Cheyenne Bryant in her backlash she's been receiving. She's getting drugged on social media, by the way, folks.
So many women who just because they went to college figure about it raises their value, especially this group.
I'm a PhD.
I had my ladies focus group the other day, and the themes continue to kind of play out, interesting conversation, interesting questions. But one thing over and over, I'm not going to settle.
Would you take a high functioning man making $50,000 a year?
That wouldn't fit my lifestyle.
Prenups. You go with a prenup?
Me giving it or me signing it?
Both. You got assets you want to protect.
I'm not signing a prenup.
You not?
No. Now, will I have one drafted? Maybe.
I became this woman over here, therefore I deserve this man over here. Well, ladies, like I tell every one of you, men don't care about what you have. We care about who you are. And your master's, your PhD, your property, your car, whatever, is not not what men choose.
Now, what gets me, right, is that the reason why she proves so much of what Kevin Samuels was saying about these kinds of women with these mindsets is that I noticed that when she was on the Shannon Sharp interview and when she was on the Cam Newton podcast, she did these kind of like flirtatious, kind of like manipulative, conversational things with them that I picked up on. And I thought it was a little odd and strange.
What they?
Am I good? Am I good?
Respectfully, yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's go. You see that zipper you got?
Yes.
I'm the type of woman, I want you to unzip it. I want to hop in it. And you know what I want you to do?
What? Zip it up.
And I'll be in there just like this.
What she was doing was purposely and intentionally planting that visual into his brain.
See that zipper you got?
And it's so funny because, I see that she does this thing where she kind of like plays the facade of being this like, a certain type of woman. But in actuality, it's like, girl, we see you.
Love me like this. Do not love me like that. Literally and figuratively. Love me like this.
Man,
you got to love me up close.
Doc on demon time.
That outfit that she wore when she went to that Jeezy con, that said a whole lot of stuff. Without her talking, that said everything.
But it's about power.
Yeah, she's straight up 3
A
over.
lot of these women want to feel superior to men. Now, this is an issue in the West to where manhood, masculinity, manhood, that kind of stuff is cheap, but we're supposed to deify women.
And every time that she ever got called out for being single or, unmarried while being a, marriage and family therapist, right? According to her, right? Doctor of psychology, marriage and family therapist.
After being refused service, the couple entered behind.
So I don't know what happened to Max, but so basically, folks, what I'm trying to say right there is Dr. Cheyenne Bryant has basically been pulling the wool over people's eyes. To me, just looking at that clip, right? When she was talking about how Dr. Bryant was putting those suggestions in the Shannon Sharp by saying, I want to hop in there, hop in your coat and whatnot. That's something that a woman with a Jezebel spirit would do. Just to let y'all know, okay? And if you don't know what a Jezebel spirit is, it's basically a very high hierarchy spirit when it comes to the spirituality of Christianity, when it's talking about the devil. There's a principality that basically does not like, it's a controlling principality. It's a principality that is manipulative. It's a principality that is very seductive and has a lot of lust, and it could influence man or woman. Okay, so it also could be related to someone that's a succubus, And the way she acts and the way she does things, when she's talking about, see how she's grabbing her neck and all that stuff, and at the same time, she's someone that is very manipulative with her creating her own degrees, not going to school, just putting degrees out there. She does not have a degree in psychology. She is not a doctor. That is all fabricated. That is something that someone that's under the influence of something from another world, another dimension will act like. Okay, this is what it is. And let's go to let's see, it may be a couple other things that she's got going on that they are really on her ass. They are on her ass. They really are. But before I forget, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share the 3-Man Podcast, baby. The 3-Man Podcast. All right, so let's go right here real quick. Oh, no. I got somewhere we can go, folks. Hold on right quick. Trying to tell you this shit here, boy. We gonna see if we can discover some things tonight about Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. What's this right here? This is from TikTok.
I'm be real with you, bro. I'm so tired talking about this bitch.
I feel you, bro.
Like, no.
Argosy University.
Okay, so Cheyenne Bryant responded to backlash from not being able to prove she has a PhD by showing the world she is living her best life, despite not having the credentials to back up the title she holds.
Ain't she a video
so
vixen?
quote unquote Dr. Cheyenne Bryant just
I don't know, but she is bisexual, matter of fact.
No, she's a former video vixen, bro. Yeah, she a former video vixen.
Wow.
posted this on the Instagram as a tribute to the haters. Y'all still talking? That was her caption. And the song she's dancing to right here, Cardi B, Pretty and Petty. Now, if you don't know who that is, let me tell you, quote unquote, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is very popular on the internet as a self-described life coach. She's been on many different podcasts. She's been on television and a few more places. Now, recently, she's been asked to produce her dissertation, to produce her doctorate. And she says, I don't owe y'all nothing. I'm not going to do nothing. Y'all are mad because I made my own lane and I'm getting money and y'all are not. There's all kind of think pieces, articles, commentary online, YouTube videos, endless, everything about the situation because people are offended. There's even articles like this from Essence that say, here's how to find real support. Now, me personally, I never thought that Cheyenne Bryant was a real doctor. I always saw her as somebody that was an entertainer, somebody that was an internet person, just like me, a podcast guy, a podcast girl. That's the way I saw her. I never took her quote unquote doctorate seriously. I took her doctorate as seriously as Dr. Phil or Dr. Seuss. Not even trying to be funny. I'm just being 100% real. Now, some of y'all taking her seriously. I'm like, why would you? Why would you? This kind of behavior, we saw that from the beginning. This chain right here says Dr. Bryant. Why take someone seriously like this that you met on the podcast for the very first time for any kind of real world advice? If you need real advice, real help, go to a real therapist. Don't.
So yeah, we ain't gonna talk about her no more.
It's called niggas.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. Niggas, you don't have to prove shit to niggas.
At all.
You don't have to prove a damn thing. Honestly, actually, you know what?
What?
The reason why people want proof now is because she could treat black women one time.
She can do what?
She critiqued black women one time.
Oh yeah. And they went digging.
One time.
They got pissed off
when they asked about the dating market.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they was started. That's when they started questioning her credentials. She was like, "Black. She's like, I see a more good black men than black women out here now." When she did that shit, that's when all this shit came brewing.
Damn.
Can't make this shit up.
No, you can't. So basically, what you're saying is they got pissed at her, so they started digging.
No, they got pissed at her, then they started questioning her credentials.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep. Same thing with Dr. Umar Johnson.
Shit crazy, ain't it?
Because she remember, Bryant was coming after black men hard. She was talking mad shit. Brothers didn't pay her no mind. Brothers was just like, she ain't no real fucking doctor anyway. We ain't need to see proof in order for her to in order for us to say she ain't a real fucking doctor. Black women didn't give a fuck about that. As long as she was talking shit about black men. Everything was gravy, everything was good, the champagne was flowing, all that shit. Then she said, I meet more black women. I meet more black men out here in the data market than I meet black women. Black women, y'all have became a problem. Oh my God. She said that. Girl, we gotta question her credentials now.
Yep.
Can't make this shit up.
No, you can't.
Damn shame. Damn shame.
It is, bro. It's crazy as hell, man. Some of these people out here, boy, I tell you. That's why I don't have no faith for them. I don't have no faith for them, hope for them, man, at all. I really don't. Let's check this out. I don't know what the hell this is. Hold on, man. This is a damn commercial. Hold on. I don't know what the hell this is, man. This our boy Brandon Jamal, though.
Your ass for 12 hours straight in a gas station all by yourself, just get fired on your day off. Mind you, they called me and just told me they're hiring somebody else. They gonna call me if they need me.
Imagine having 2.2 million followers on TikTok and then crying about getting fired from a gas station. Imagine working at a gas station. Imagine working at a gas station, getting fired from the gas station and not being like, damn, I could just go get hired at another gas station because I work at a fucking gas station. More importantly, imagine pulling out your phone, crying into your front camera with them big ass eyelashes on because you got fired from a fucking gas station.
Imagine busting your ass for 12 hours straight in a gas station all by your...
Boy, I tell you, some folk out here, boy. Let me take that down. Oh, shit. Another thing, man, is going on, man. In this country, it's just how stupid people can be, man. Watch this shit right here, man. Look at this shit.
Look at Whoopi Goldberg and the rest of these mindless women. Y'all make women look bad. You make you look like y'all don't have a brain. Why can't y'all have common sense on this show?
What an honor, what a privilege it is to be here. And with
If y'all don't know this, a young man that's in the NFL went up there at either Trump rally or something for President Trump. Can't remember what the dang event was. They gonna start bad talking this dude.
Can I tell you what it is?
What? Well, go ahead.
So it's the quarterback of the New York Giants, Jackson Dart. He introduced Trump at a he introduced Trump at a rally, political rally that they was having in New York.
Yep.
It became a big thing because his the first round pick of that year, the same year he got drafted, Abdul Carter sent out a text on not a text. He tweeted, "You can't be serious," because of the fact that Abdul Carter is he's a known progressive he's a progressive.
Yeah.
He's Muslim and he's a progressive. So the problem is that they're trying to make it seem that Jackson Dart, he's completely MAGA, lost his mind, all that shit. They're trying to basically cancel Jackson Dart just because he introduced Trump at a political rally.
Yep. They stupid.
Yeah.
without further ado, I'm grateful, I'm honored, I'm pleasured to introduce the 45th and 47th President of the United States of America, President Donald J. Trump.
I want to thank Jackson Dart. This is going to be a future Hall of Famer in my book. Thank you. Thank you, Jackson.
For somebody to back
a guy like Trump, whose history in discrimination and racism goes back to housing discrimination.
In the 70s.
Time
In the
out.
70s.
In the 70s, his father had the housing discrimination that was rectified. It wasn't Donald Trump's sole ownership, and Donald Trump did not do that exclusively. And Donald Trump since then have had every black person on planet Earth under his armpit in a picture, and everybody loved Donald Trump. Y'all can't keep going to that same stupid stuff trying to give ghost stories. Donald Trump has been proven beyond. You just saw Lawrence Taylor, one of the greatest football players ever, said he was a Democrat his whole life until who? Donald Trump. Y'all stupid, bro. Come on.
These DEI attacks and posting pictures of the Obamas as apes.
Time out. He did not make the post. He did not post that. It was not even the original post. It was the guy was whoever posted was screen recording something, and then the next slide was that. That wasn't the post. And Donald Trump never posted it. And it wasn't even the purpose of the post. And you know it, but you're getting on TV and lying about it. This is why y'all lose and why y'all confused and why people love Trump. Because y'all stupid and y'all make up lies, and people that got common sense know that it's bull crap. And then you go to even the thing that was a meme that somebody else created that had nothing to do with Donald Trump's post. It just so happened to be the next post on the screen recording. They had everybody was animals. It wasn't just Barack Obama and them. Everybody was animals. All right. Let her finish.
He's on a team that's 55% to 60% the NFL is that many people, that much percentage of black people.
Yeah,
Black.
Oh.
That is just the definition of stupidity and
Time
racist.
out. Because black people are stupid. That's what you're saying? Y'all so out of touch with reality. You're literally saying black people are stupid. You're saying that every black person thinks alike. So if the majority of the players on his team are black, they must not like Trump. Y'all got to see how many people follow me and how many people in my DMs that communicate with me that are NFL, that are celebrities, that are like, they love Donald Trump. Y'all the ones trying to put that on people. People ain't said nothing about it. Hey, one player on his team said something about it. Look at Whoopi Gold turds.
Exactly. You all right over there, bro? Dragon said he'll be here in about 15 minutes or so, man.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm good. I'm trying to figure out, I'm like, where's that burnt smell coming from? Then I'm like, oh yeah, I did just pass a construction site, so. But, oh yeah, I never got to finish what I was saying earlier because I kind of went long-winded on that story.
Go ahead, man.
So, most racists who are most racists who are like, who say they're in the Klan and all that shit, and they're, in my opinion, this is just me, white supremacists, neo-Nazis, Klansmen, they kind of all flirt independent, in my opinion. The reason why is when it comes, and they all have different ideologies, and so you cannot put them far right. Like, I give you an example. Every neo-Nazi I have ever fucking met, they all kind of have the feminism mindset. They don't believe in, they believe in 50-50.
Okay.
Most conservatives don't believe in 50-50. They believe the man should be the sole provider, the woman should stay home, it should be a trad wife. Now, when it comes to the Klan, they have when it comes, they have hard Christian morals, but the ones that I'm going, this is anecdotal evidence, this is not all, but the ones that I have met, they kind of floated on the Democratic side because they felt like the Democrats are doing more to destroy their enemies. Example, they consider anybody who ain't Adolf white, who ain't 100% white, you're not. You're the enemy. So I'll give you a good example. They have been against Jews. Which side would you consider to be the ones that is not so kind towards Jews? The Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
They're for the destruction of black people. Which side has been what they call it, hide in plain sight? Basically, they're kind of your enemy, but they're saying they're ally. But when you look at, okay, well, you've been having a black vote for all this long and you still haven't done nothing. To me, that is basically being your enemy, but parading as your friend.
Right.
So, Democrats, Hispanics, they have treated Hispanic folks like slaves for decades.
Mm-hmm.
Extremely low wages and terrible work environments. Destruction of black folks through the womb, the prison to pipeline, the school to prison pipeline.
Yep.
Democrats.
Redlining,
all that shit, the gentrification, so on. Because gentrification doesn't happen in red areas.
No, it doesn't. All the gentrification you see is in Democratic ran cities. Happening in Atlanta.
Yeah. And I can't believe motherfuckers voted for Lance Bottom. Like, fucking A.
Yeah.
So
she's gonna be running against whoever Republicans have a runoff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's some black folk that know about her ass, and they know about how she ran the city and shit. That city when the city was on fire and shit.
Yeah, niggas gonna vote for her regardless. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't matter.
No faith in them.
So
There's no hope for them.
then you have let me see. What I say, YT supremacists. Now, YT supremacists, you can equate them with how the Klan thinks, and they have some form of how the Klan thinks, a little bit of what neo-Nazis think. But they all are against black folks. But sometimes the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Right.
Do you think that they're doing that with the Republican Party? Absolutely fucking not. Now, are there racist Republicans? Absolutely. Are there Republicans that was probably in the Klan? Hell yeah, I want to put it past them. But regardless of the fact is, the reason why they say Republicans, the reason why they say, the political violence is always on the right. The reason why they say all the hate groups are on the right is because the page that God damn it, I forgot the name of the organization. The organization that literally put all of those stats, they literally equate that to one side, which is the right. It doesn't, like, some of these racial organizations have literally different ideologies, but they equate that onto the right. Because I have not met one person who has been a quote-unquote neo-Nazi who literally is conservative. So that was it.
Well, I appreciate that rundown, bro. I didn't know that, man. I did not know that. Here we go.
Are going to be upset, but he is telling the truth.
Black people are the least informed voters. And black people don't remember when Joe Biden stood on Washington, Capitol Hill, and said that black people need to be locked up. That his kids ain't going to school with no black kids. They don't understand that Biden is the author and he sponsored mass incarceration. It wasn't Bill Clinton. It was Joe Biden who led the 1994 omnibus crime bill that got us in the worst in slavery, homie. Black people forgot that he came to America and said that there are black children who are going to be super predators, and they forgot that.
A lot of liberals are going to be upset. But
Yeah, man. They forgot that. What's up, Dragon? What's going on, man?
Doing good. Had some stuff that I had to take care of. What's good, bro? I'm excited right about now, but I'll talk about that later.
You talking about XLM?
I'm talking about the DTCC utilizing XLM, XRP, HBAR, and Canton coin. Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, you want to go ahead and get into that?
Shit, I can go ahead and jump into that real quick if you like.
Go ahead, man.
Shit. Well, to let everybody know what the business is in regards to things as of lately. So, let me go ahead and state this real quick. That way people will have a understanding of what the DTCC has done. So the DTCC tokenization service to connect with Stellar Public Blockchain as DTC advances its multi-chain strategy. So as of today, the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, DTCC, hey, mute up, big bro. The premier post-trade market infrastructure for the global financial services industry, and the Stellar Development Foundation, or SDF, today announced plans to enable the tokenization of the Depository Trust Company, DTC, custody assets on the Stellar network, a configurable and public blockchain used across securities, payment, and remittances applications. I want to pause real quick before I continue this article. Do not forget, it was just announced the other day that the government of Bermuda is going entirely on the Stellar blockchain. So not only do you have the Depository Trust Commission, you have an entire country's government going on to the Stellar blockchain as well, too. If you guys can't see the implications of what's happening with this chain and how I always talking about the institutional rails and investing in the institutional portion of the institutional plumbing, this is what institutional plumbing is. The connection with Stellar advances DTCC standards-driven multi-chain strategy following receipt of a no-action letter from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, or the SEC, in December 2025, authorizing DTC to implement and operate a new service to tokenize real-world DTC custodied assets, which will enable market participants to leverage traditional assets in a digital ecosystem with opportunities for faster settlement, greater asset mobility, extended trading hours, and lower costs and risks. The DTC's tokenized assets will have the same investor protections, entitlements, and safeguards as traditionally held securities. Now, the Stellar connectivity. The DTCC and the SDF expect DTC tokenized assets to be available on the Stellar network in the first half of 2027. Pause. What I've been saying for the longest on this channel, what's going to happen at the very beginning of 2027 towards mid-2027, I've been saying that is when the vast majority of this stuff is going to go into works. And here we do. We have an article from the DTCC itself indicating that. Also, do not forget, here on this magnificent channel, we have been advising that your Fortune 500 companies or your top asset management group, hedge funds managers that manage anywhere from $501 billion up to $2.1 trillion assets under management, they will have, if not already accumulating, will have amassed the vast majority of these cryptocurrencies by December, so that way they can offer these services by 2027. Now you have this writing here, right here, that backs up everything of what I've been telling you, literally. So let me go ahead and finish up real quick. This collaboration represents another step forward in the DTCC's effort to build an open, interoperable digital infrastructure. There's that word again, infrastructure, that bridges traditional and digital markets, said Frank La Sala, President and Chief Executive Officer of the DTCC. We are committed to expanding opportunities for market participants to utilize tokenized assets to access deeper liquidity, achieve greater efficiency, and increase transparency on a public blockchain, while retaining the same investor protections and safeguard participants use today for traditionally held assets at DTC. Tokenization can enable new levels of transaction and capital efficiency, observability, and collateral mobility, as well as support extended trading hours. They're wanting to get in them extended trading hours because, crypto trades 24/7. Your old stocks and other stuff, they have a limit on when they can trade, and they be losing out money on that. So why else do you think that they're making a digital twin so that way they can have 24/7 trading, have the extra liquidity, and then basically have your old stuff of which you're able to trade on a new digitized area. So that's double dipping, if you know what I mean. Anyway, the DTCC is the backbone of global capital markets, and integrating their tokenization service with Stellar connects public blockchain networks to regulated market infrastructure. Let me repeat that one more time. The DTCC is the backbone of global capital markets, and integrating their tokenization services with Stellar connects public blockchain networks to regulated market infrastructure. So basically, the backbone of global capital markets is linking up with Stellar. If you do not see how huge this is, I don't know what else to tell you. Stellar's proven compliance-minded architecture, open infrastructure, and risk management capabilities are aligned with market demands and expectations. Our network was built for this moment. We have always believed that blockchain's utility for finance is to be the rail that institutional grade markets can depend on. Look, hot shit. Hold on a second. The same shit that I've been fucking saying is the same shit that they saying in this motherfucking article. Hold up. I gotta read that one more time. I'm sorry. Stellar's proven compliance-minded architecture, open infrastructure, and risk management capabilities are aligned with market demands and expectations. Our network was built for this moment. We have always believed that blockchain's utility for finance is to be the rail that institutional grade markets can depend on. This is your institutional plumber. This is it. In the intern, the DTCC and the SDF will collaborate to evaluate tokenization use cases for eligible asset classes, including opportunities to tokenize highly liquid assets such as constituents of the Russell 1000, ETFs tracking major indices, and U.S. Treasury bills, bonds, and notes consistent with the DTC's regulatory obligations. I kept telling y'all that Stellar, HBAR, XRP, and a couple of other ones are all going to be a part of this real world asset chain. And we already know that U.S. Treasury bills, bonds, and notes, commodities are all a part of that. So the DTCC is focused on unlocking opportunities to drive tokenization safely, fairly, and at scale to help market participants improve capital efficiency, liquidity, and resilience across global markets within a trusted, regulated framework, said Brian Steele, DTCC Managing Director, President of Clearing and Security Services. We are leveraging our 50 plus years of expertise in clearing and settlement to galvanize the industry and foster collaboration across a wide cross-section of market players to enable tokenization of real-world assets. I just said that a minute ago. We're developing and expanding the Web3 ecosystem by creating a truly interoperable tokenization service to connect traditional market liquidity with digital rails, said Nadine Chakar, DTCC Managing Director, Global Head of DTCC Digital Assets. Stellar's proven track record with institutional assets on-chain is an important factor in our evaluation of blockchain networks. This emphasis on compliance, transaction throughput, and low-cost operations meets our rigorous standards and will help ensure we are ready for growth. As usage of blockchain networks for real-world asset transactions increase, we are excited to integrate multiple L1s and L2, or Layer 1 and Layer 2 networks, to ensure interoperability and open access for users of the DTC tokenization service. And really quickly, I just want to drop this on people real fast about the DTCC. In 2025, the DTCC subsidiaries processed security transactions valued at US 4.7 quadrillion. And its depository subsidy provided custody and asset servicing for securities issued over 150 countries and territories valued at over 114 trillion. The DTCC's Global Trade Repository Service, through locally registered, licensed, or approved trade repositories, process more than 25 billion messages annually. So last year alone, they did 4.7 quadrillion, top it off to another 114 trillion. And then they turn around and did 25 billion messages annually. And now they're linking up with the Stellar Foundation in order to get things situated. They've also made sure that they linked up with Digital Assets, who is the creator of the Canton Network. And we already know how big the DTCC is with Canton alone, because the DTCC is utilizing Canton with its over 700 plus validators, which all your big wigs are on: Google, IBM, T-Mobile, and the like. Now we have Stellar. You already know HBAR is going to be included in it, because HBAR is also institutional grade work as well too. So not financial advice, folks, but just got to tell you, we've been telling y'all here on this magnificent channel where the institutions are placing their money, where they're looking at, even the chains of what they're looking into, so that way you can do your due diligence to do what you need to do in your financial area, so that way you will own a piece of this infrastructure. You will own a piece of what is to come. Because, mind you, seeing that everything here in the future, regardless of what it is going to be tokenized. Like all of it. There's tokenized water. There's tokenized electricity. The only thing that they haven't been able to tokenize yet is air. Yet. Keyword yet. You can still, now mind you, here's the thing about air. You can go buy air, right? What makes you think they won't tokenize it? If you can legitimately go buy air right now, what makes you think they won't tokenize air? So you need to factor that in, seriously. And when I say everything will be tokenized, legitimately, everything will be fucking tokenized. They've already got things that work with that right now. All that stuff's happening. So like I said, not financial advice, but me and my people are paying attention to where things are going and who's linking up with who and where we need to get it to. Because remind you folks, this is a brand new asset class. Brand fucking new. Brand new. So much brand new to where all your governments, literally your world governments, are all hopping on board about this. Like, don't forget, like, I'm gonna say this real quick, because North America alone is mainly looking at like Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, of course, Stellar, XRP, HBAR, and the like. I mean, you also have Bermuda that's on Stellar. You have Brazil that's on the direct system, which is CBDCs. You have Argentina, which is open for any crypto. You have Colombia, which is building their CBDCs on the Cosmos chain. You have EU that's coming up with the EBSI, which is their own version of the DTCC. In Luxembourg, in Europe, you have them on the DLT system. Asia, Japan, XRP all the way. China is on their own permission blockchain and what they're building up for their own CBDCs. South Korea is public. They're unspecified in regards to what they're using, but they mainly are on HBAR and on Stellar blockchain. Hell, in the Philippines, they're on Polygon and Hedera system. In Vietnam, they're on NDA chain. And then Australia is on Hedera and XRPL system, let alone. So you literally have multiple regions on Hedera alone, which is Australia, Asia, over here, United States, and portions of the EU. That's Hedera. Stellar is over here, United States, the Bermuda, and a couple of other areas over there with Southeast Asia as well too. XRP is global. XRP is in the UAE, the United States, over there in Australia, over there in Southeast Asia. And that's literally all over the place. All of these are institutional rails that all your institutions are getting into, and this is legitimately the region, the country, and those blockchains of all of what they're on, and they're live right now as we speak. All of them are going into the works. So, like I said, not financial advice, but while you have the opportunity to get some of these assets pennies on a dollar, just like how you were with Google, Tesla, Apple, Nvidia, all these other ones before they blew up. And then do not forget that inside of your NVIDIA chips, for the people that are invested in NVIDIA, inside of your NVIDIA chips come with HBAR technology, because HBAR is integrated with NVIDIA. So as NVIDIA grows, that's going to make HBAR grows. As HBAR grows, that's going to make NVIDIA grow in the back end. Because seeing that NVIDIA is tied into these AI chips of what they're putting in there, how do you not see where that all is linked up to? So if HBAR is linked up with NVIDIA, and if NVIDIA is linked up to these AI data centers that's coming along, I'm going to leave it right there for you. That's what I got for y'all today in the crypto news. Thank y'all for listening. Hope y'all catch it.
Good job, man. So, well, folks, we've been going for quite a while. We're finna go ahead and cut it for this evening. We will be having another show very soon. Keep your antennas up for the next 3-Man podcast. Any closing remarks?
The only thing that I gotta say is this: if y'all are seriously not paying attention to the data that we be dropping in here in regards to where things are going, I don't know what else to tell you, because I literally just gave you a pipeline in regards to assets right there on the free ski. That's what I have to drop out. Y'all better be paying attention to getting your stuff right, because they're going to have stuff implemented way before 2030. I mean, by 2027, that's when you really will see stuff marked out. By 2028, that's when we're going to be fully implemented in this shit. Mark my words. I ain't been wrong yet.
Max, anything, man?
Oh, man. Just be better people, man. So many shitty people out here nowadays. Just try to be a better person. Try to not. It's easier said than done, but don't let these people piss you off, dude. Don't let these people piss you off.
Yeah, and all I have to say is be respectful, folks. If somebody say something you don't like, be respectful, man. If you can't defend, if you can't defend your point, man, just take that L. Also, don't be stupid. Fact check everything. Black folk, please get better.
That's the reason why we have a violence problem. You know, why we have a high shooting problem. Brothers shooting other brothers is because people scared to take an L nowadays, man. People scared to get their ass beat. Sometimes you're gonna be wrong, even though you feel like you might be right, but you're gonna be wrong. People scared to be wrong. People scared to just. People are.
Sounds like lack of accountability, which was probably taught to them by.
Niggas act more like bitches these days.
They single moms. Well, anyway, we're going to holler at y'all, man. We not in the community. We Blue Book gentlemen. Get your passports.